Hi, everybody. Okay, we are again in a study room in the library. So we're doing this again. It seems to be one of my best options for having a quiet space to film. And so the other day, I don't know, like about a couple weeks ago, a month ago, we got some very bad family news, and I was talking to my cousin, Vero, and she's inspired me or asked me about like how do you add money onto someone's books that's in prison. I'm like, well, that's a really good question. And a lot of people I'm sure want to know. So there's this app that I use called Connect Network. It's like a purple app. And I think I forgot to draw the Jpay app because that's not the one I use. But for the Connect Network, you download the app for the Connect Network. And I did try to draw it on this. They have like a little whiteboard in here. It's really cool. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but the Connect Network, and the squiggly lines mean that it's all purple. The letters are all white for Connect Network, and GTL I think is all white letters as well. So this is a purple app. You can get it in your is it Google Play Store? The Google Play Store for Android is Google Play Store for Android phones. So I mean Samsungs and phones like that. And then for the other people that use like the iPhone stuff, forgot what your Apple Store, the App Store for Apple, your Apple App Store, they should have it. You should be able to download it for any phones. So the Connect Network by GTL is what I use when I want to put money on my husband's books. But for my husband, there's like an issue because he owes restitution. His original amount for restitution was $10,000. So the $10,000 that he owes on restitution anytime I put money on his books, for example, if I were to put $100 on his books, he only gets to keep $50 of that $100 that I put on his books. Why? Because the other 50% of that money goes to paying his restitution. Whether we like it or not, that's just the way things are. Now, I say it like that because I know that my husband didn't commit his crime, and he has this thing where there's this thing about the restitution that basically he feels like his family shouldn't have to pay for the restitution on a crime he didn't commit. And that's a matter of, I guess, opinion at this point in time, since he's serving for 25 years for a crime he didn't commit. So there you go. So, according to like the laws and everything else of the whole, well, he's in there already. And hopefully he would come home sooner if that restitution were to get paid off before he paroles. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's true, but these are the things I've heard. So there's that. But sorry, that's a whole nother restitution. I think is a whole nother animal that I guess I would discuss in another video if I ever got around to making that video. I'll have to try to write myself a note. Restitution, maybe we'll consider it. Sorry, back to adding money to his book. So you would get hooked up with the Connect Network. You download the app, you sign up for the app. So that means you put in all your information, your name, your address, a method of payment, because they're gonna charge you out of a debit card, credit card, what have you, to take money out to put onto this person's books, your loved one, whoever he or she may be. So basically you go Connect Network, I feel, is easier for just adding money to commissary or books. So that's another thing. And also for me, it's usually $2 cheaper than my experience what has been with Jpay. So Jpay is a blue app. I didn't draw Jpay on the board, sorry. So Jpay is a blue app with white letters. And some prisons, you can use Jpay to send messages back and forth. But where my husband's at, we used to, I think, use Jpay years ago. And now it's some other apps that I will mention later on. So Connect Network, again, you download the app, you sign up for the app, you look for your inmate, your prisoner, your incarcerated individual, whoever your loved one may be, again, he or she, you use their name, their prison number, and you use also what is the location of their prison. That's like one of the first things I ask you, where are they located? And there's a very long list that it can get confusing. Now, I kind of want to say, yeah, sure, I'm open to having you guys contact me if you have any questions about that, sure. But in California, because that's where I live, in Southern California to be specific, although I guess I could do like a Zoom thing to, kind of try to talk you through it on the phone. I don't really have a business phone number yet, but I mean, I guess you guys can call my Google Voice, which is 323-250 3482. So if anyone has any issues, if you have mamas that speak Spanish only and they're having trouble with it, struggling, I can help, but again, only on the phone unless you guys want to meet up if you're in the LA area. In the greater LA area, I could go to you, and I don't know what the heck I'd charge people for this, but I guess it is a service technically, on how to walk you through like the Connect network, how to get signed up, what do you need, put in your method of payment, all that fun stuff, because it is a little bit of a it's a little tedious, and some people don't like paperwork, don't know how to do paperwork. Some people are technology not tech savvy. So there you go. I'm not tech savvy, but I've done it before. It's been many years since I've done it before, so even I might struggle with it a little bit. But there you go. I mean, that's something I can do. I am actually currently looking for employment. So if you guys know of anyone that's hiring in the greater LA area, I'm actually pretty good at a lot of things, but that's the issue with ADHD. I'm good at a lot of things, and I have lots of brilliant ideas that I don't know how to make them happen. So there's that too. All right, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. Coming back from the tangent. Come back, Carmi, come back. Okay. So yeah, that's how I add money to his books. I use the Connect Network application that is through GTL. There's also the Jpay application, which is, again, it's a blue app with white letters, J, like the letter J, Pay, Jpay, and Connect Network. That's the purple one that I showed you guys on the board. There are also things where I think you can send money through Western Union. I don't know if I think you can go to Walmart and send money. I'm not really sure about this. Please don't quote me on these things. I think you can still send a check and or money order to the prison, and I think there's a specific way to do that, which I don't know. I'm so sorry, because that's so, I guess, I consider that like old school, and I really never really put money on my husband's books because I don't have money to put on my husband's books. So sorry that he married a poor girl. I don't really put money on his books that often, so it's not something I do all the time that I could really say like, oh, let me speak to this. I'm sorry. Again, I know there are other ways of putting money on books besides the apps, but in the tech savvy world that we live in, that's what I know. That's what I've got. And I guess we've come to the end of this video. Okay, thanks, bye. Oh yes, and thank you to my cousin for asking such a good question. Okay, bye.